What is going on, guys? Samuel Wilson with the views here, back with my last two rankings of the year. Again, you know, around this time I will of course do my most surprising, my most disappointing, my most surprising, underrated, anticipated, worst, and best of the year. And you know, it has been a lot of movies this year. You know, considering how crazy this year has been in terms of movies, I just thought I'd probably save all that for a live stream. So I will be doing all of them in a live stream upon the 30th. So like around 10 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it feels, but as I mentioned before, I will be on a live stream on that day. So if you want to know more favorites this year, the movies I've seen, you can tweet out that video. These are going to be the last two. So I think I at least do some videos. So of course, I'm mainly I'm going to do a couple of movie catch-up videos and of course a couple and updated rankings. And this one's going to be on the DC Extended Universe. I mean, I figured when since one of my Team 4 is out now, and it's been a while since I've done my previous ranking, I figured why not now do an update ranking on the DC Extended Universe. I get told 9 movies now in the DCEU, and my opinion has definitely been up and down on this universe, so let's give me an introduction. So I do hope you all enjoyed, but can feel free to hit that like and subscribe button if you want some content, and I would love to know how would you rank the DCU down in the comment section below. And also, if you're wondering why I'm wearing this blanket, it's mainly because it's freaking cold right now, so I figured, why not? So, let's discuss the DC Extended Universe. Coming in at number 9, my least or worst film in the DC Extended Universe, in my opinion, is Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, or I would say Batman v Superman: Dawn of Disappointment. Now, if you follow my channel for a while, most of you know probably how much I feel about this. How I even did a freaking video on there where it says why that film is the most disappointing movie I've seen out of any film 2010s. That video on my channel, watch that actually. I'm very happy with that video, even though it's mainly just pictures, but that's mainly because of copyright stuff. But yeah, just anyway, Batman v Dawn of Justice film that honestly gets a lot worse the more you think about it. Like, they'll definitely have some good elements that do save from being a downright disaster, total like shit bomb of a movie. Like the visuals, cinematography, Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, and the amazing warehouse sequence. That's definitely one of the best in DCU, and definitely one of the best Batman sequences ever. Like, I can't like how great that sequence is. But everything else about this movie is just this total mess of a movie. A movie that's just way too long. I also have seen Ultimate Edition, and I know a lot of people say like adds a lot, and well, it kind of does make that a little bit better movie. For me, honestly, I don't really change most of the major problems in the movie, especially Jesse Eisenberg, Listen Luthor, some of the questionable story directions it goes for, Shoehorn Doomsday, the last freaking minute, like, yeah, I did a whole video on it, so I can well, but yeah, I still don't feel good about this movie. I still don't like it at all, honestly, and there are also good elements that do save from being a downright like 0 and F movie, but it's a movie that I really do not want to watch again or think about it again, and it's easily my least favorite of the DC Extended Universe. Now, coming in at number 8 on my DC ranking is Suicide Squad. Another major disappointment. I think a lot of people were excited for this movie, especially with that Bohemian Rhapsody trailer. They're like, oh my god, this film's gonna be something special. And it just ended up being like a film that doesn't really know what it really wants to be. And mostly you can blame on the Batman Superman because of it being too dark. Again, being too dark wasn't really the problem with Batman Superman. It was just the film was frustrating with the story and everything else. It's not that it was too time hell. The Dark Knight trilogy was a film of really dark movies. Yeah, people loved them. So I don't know why I think I'm trying to go more of like a Guardians of the Galaxy MCU type direction, because it doesn't really work at all. Because that the film is just so totally jumbled, and some of the worst editing you'll ever see in any movie. Like, it does have some good performances here, like Will Smith, Margot Robbie, and it does manage to get going on Jai Courtney, I'll give it that. And there are some fun moments here. There are some cool banter between the team, I won't lie on that. But the story is just generic, it's just boring. The villain is definitely still the worst villain in DCU, honestly. It's just bland, boring, and just, what? Has some of the most anticlimactic stuff you'll ever see. Some of the most more questionable decisions here. Again, a movie that I really liked less the more I think about it. I think I remember being kind of positive on the movie when I first saw it. Yeah, I end up not really liking much really at all after. Like, this was going overall had potential to actually be a great movie. Yeah, just some decisions I ended up costing, and I hope again that James Gunn's version is 10 times better than this movie. And now instead we get to another movie that I was actually very positive on my original review, but I've grown to like it less upon repeat viewings, and the more I think about it, and that is Justice League. Again, another massive disappointment the more I think about it. Like, again, they should never rush Justice League. I have no idea why, and I'm just gonna finally say this. I am not looking for the Snyder Cut at all. Like, am I the only one on this planet that isn't excited for the Snyder Cut? Like, what's it really going to change, honestly? Like, seriously, I might add some more scenes, but again, being 4-hour cuts, like, really? They should have made that to begin with. No, I'm not the only one that thinks that, but yeah. Justice League, the actual theatrical version, it's not a good movie at all. Again, it does have some good performances here, it does have some good elements here as well, it does have some fun energy to it. But from the overall, it just feels lifeless and uneventful. A film that's just so all over the place in terms of being tonally, and the characters are just whatever. And I'm just Steppenwolf is pretty much a disgrace of a villain. Like, what the what? Well, not just with character, but in the CGI. Jeez. First of in general, just terrible all around. Again, it does have some good performances. It does have some fun, good moments, especially one about Aquaman, The Last of Truth. You get some kind of fun team banter in this movie. I won't lie on that. And then all around, especially from Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, Jeremy Irons, and some of the ones we see of Ezra Miller and the other characters are all very well done here. But in terms of involving story, tone, and humor and what they're trying to go for, it's a film that, but with this being the first live action Justice League movie, the first time we're getting it just like on the actual big screen, it really should have been like Avengers amazement level, not just bland levelness. But surprisingly, actually, these next movies are films I actually do like or love actually, which is pretty interesting actually thinking about it. But yeah, coming in at number 6, very controversial or whatever, but number 6 for me is Man of Steel. Definitely probably still the most divisive movie this year, though World War IV managed to change that. But I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, Man of Steel is still an incredible movie. It's hard to, because a lot of people seem to love it or adore it, or think it's an incredible portrayal. Superman, a very unique portrayal, or they think it's a total disaster and think it's a terrible portrayal of Superman. I think they pretty much forgot what made Superman so good in the first place. There's really no in between on this movie and where do I stand? I like it. I think it's a good movie. I can definitely see what both ends are coming from. Like, where a lot of people think it's a travesty, and a lot of people think it's a masterpiece. For me, I'm still thinking it's a really good movie. I still do enjoy when I get time to watch it. It's not really a film I want to watch often, honestly. I kind of get does a good performance here. My gosh, the villain Michael Shannon does really good as well, though his villain was a bit up in the air. There are some great cinematography and visual moments. He does have an amazing moment. Superman was actually flies for the first time. That was an amazing moment. There are some fun action in this movie. There is a great score here as well. There's a lot of fun to be had in the movie. It's really one of my issues with the movie really from that Lois Lane really just there, like, don't really feel, and she doesn't have any chemistry with Henry Cavill, unfortunately. The villain wasn't really compelling, honestly, for being honest, and it has some decisions that aren't really sure I still know 100% feel about. And it's a movie that can really drag at times, and honestly, it's a movie that can really drag at times in some ways, but yeah, it's felt I still think it's actually on the positive side. I can definitely understand how both sides are coming from. Overall, I think it's a good movie. Both the problems that do hold back, but it's a film I definitely do appreciate what it was trying to go for. Now, coming in number 5, we actually get the most recent movie on the list, and that is Wonder Woman 1984. I did recently do a review for this in solo on my channel if you want to check my thoughts, but still, I thought this was a really good movie, honestly. Again, saying I wasn't never really that excited for Wonder Woman 1984, that's definitely saying something. So something I want to say I'm disappointed by it. So I'm going to say I'm much more surprised at how much I did actually enjoy it. Again, the pacing is definitely the film's biggest problem. It does feel like it has been too much going on at times, and not sure how I feel about the story as a whole, honestly. Some of the visuals can be a bit off, unfortunately, and same with the continuity as well, but Timber's being a great fun film that's in the 80s with great performances, actually great villains, which are definitely the big plus for the first movie actually. Some actually visuals, some really exhilarating action. There's honestly a lot to really like and appreciate, though. Again, this film's kind of getting the divisive treatment for some reason, which I really wasn't expecting, honestly. But yeah, this is definitely going to be another divisive one. Either people are going to love or they're not going to like it at all. Some people say it's definitely one of the worst comic movies ever. Like, really? But really, but anyway, enough that. 124 is really good movie. It's definitely hard to tell whether or not the film's going to be higher in its ranking or lower in its ranking upon previews, because I'm doing the I'm probably going to end up watching the movie at least a few more times, since DC was always around my house. But overall, I think right now this is a really good movie, and it fits well at the number of my spot as at this moment. Now, coming in number 4, we have James Wan's Aquaman. Aquaman! Yes, I really had a blast with this movie. Again, a film I definitely have enjoyed a lot more whenever I watch this movie. This movie is definitely always on my house, and I'm not going to tell much because this movie is. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel when I first saw it, but I ended up really having a great time watching it. Like just more really because how it shines Aquaman, and I think it's great. Even Amber Heard, I'm not into that whole situation right now, but yeah, I think it's great overall. Overall, the visuals are fantastic. The world building is fantastic as well. I'm definitely love to see what they do more with this world down the road. It's one that overall really knows what it's trying to go for. It knows what it's trying to go for in terms of its tone and story, and just amazing. And also even has a great DCEU villain, Patrick Wilson, actually playing a very compelling villain actually. So you can agree on that. Again, it definitely is a bit too cheesy for its own good at times. There are a couple issues that would bring out of place, and I'm not sure how I really feel about Black Manta's inclusion in this movie, at least, because I feel like it's kind of setting up for another movie. But overall, I always have a blast every time I watch Aquaman, and I definitely cannot wait to see what they do with this Aquaman down the road. Now, coming in at number 333, we have Shazam! Yes, Shazam. I actually remember I actually got to see this movie actually at an early screening, like a couple weeks before I actually came my ideas, and again, an experience mainly because I wanted to see with a friend, but that friend was confusing on what she actually wanted and what she actually wanted to ask of me, so but then when the movie was done fun enough, the experience was actually much better. Yeah, I love Shazam, and there's always a lot on my house. This movie I always adore come back to. Again, it's basically if you combine Superman with also Big as well, and you can create a movie that has so much heart, but it's not so much to where it's like make it candy rattle. It's heart and sweetness to where it's actually natural, honestly. I mean, it also really knows what it's trying to go for, honestly. It knows what it's trying to go for, that's what it's go for. Or secondly, if I could tell the time of his life here as just a even the guy who plays Master Angel, that was actually pretty good as well. Even the kids that was great as well. They do a great job filling a great message on family and all that. Even I like the villains, but yeah, I like the villains. So the action is also great as well. The music is great. There's so many fun memorable sequences. I definitely have kind of grown to actually like the third album more. Not that I never liked it, but I thought it went on a bit too long, honestly. But I want to like a lot more on previewing, honestly. But yeah. Shazam overall is a fantastic movie, one I always adore, come back to. It has so much fun, charm, and energy to it, and it makes me smile every time I watch it. Now, coming in at number 222, we have Wonder Woman, the original 2017 movie, and I remember being blown away when I first saw it. And it's definitely the film on DC so far that I've probably seen it most times, honestly. One of them times like an all-time comic book movie for me. It's a movie that I still adore coming back to. I always love watching. It's great finally get a Wonder Woman movie on the screen, and for me, Gal Gadot, she's Wonder Woman. Like, she's honestly, I never really thought that she was gonna play a good Wonder Woman, but she honestly, I think, proved a lot of people wrong in this movie, and she just nails the role. She embodies what makes Wonder Woman such a wonderful and exhilarating character with the hope and the wonder and who she is as a character. And I loved all the fish out of water stuff she goes through in this movie, and I adored her chemistry with Chris Pine as well. as well. Even the actors and everyone does a great job as well. Again, the villain is probably my only major issue that kind of makes me sad for me. But again, a film that has so much greatness that I can easily guess by that. And even the villains are great, and the third act is probably the weakest part of the movie, but still, I actually enjoy a lot more than most. I love a lot of messages it tells, the storytelling it goes for, Patty Jenkins' incredible direction here, and of course, amazing action, especially with that iconic No Man's Land sequence, which is definitely one in bit my favorite scene in DCEU. I think I'm even having like around somewhere in my top 50 best movie, not in actual top 50, but at least in honorable mention. But yeah, overall, I adore this movie so much. It has a great score and so much great stuff. Again, I remember having Shazam number one when I did my previous ranking, but the more I absolutely just adore this movie so much. It has a lot of greatness going for it. Again, it's a film I always adore, come back to, and I think around it ended up was still my number one favorite DCU movie. But personally, my number one favorite DCU movie, and some of you might actually be surprised by this actually. I mean, I'm just as surprised, honestly, because you can tell my number one is Birds of Prey. Yeah, Birds of Prey is my favorite from DCU, and it originally, honestly, wasn't. Until I actually kept rewatching the movie, honestly. So now I have it on Blu-ray, but it's on, like, again, a lot of my house a few times. But yeah, whenever I go back to this movie, I somehow love it a lot more. And again, like World War IV, like World War IV, I was never really excited for Birds of Prey. So I was never excited for the movie at all. I'm pretty sure all of those words really honestly. I mean, a movie that's basically just all like women, just Birds of Prey attached to it. And the trailers really do help much either. Yeah, I remember loving when I actually first saw it, but yeah, when I watched it, like, I watched it around almost 10 times, except for it's the film I've seen the most out of any movie this year. And it's something I just grown to appreciate and love a lot more on repeat viewings. It's kind of basically Deadpool and DCU, but that's what makes it so unique and interesting. It's like Marvel can prove the stuff as Harley Quinn. She proves that she really can kill it as his character. And even other films as like Juno Bell playing Black Canary, Mills Weinstein playing Huntress, where like Cassandra Cain and the cop character, and of course the amazing E. McGregor playing an amazing villain Black Mask and just absolutely delivers on a gun. That Black Mask was just wow. The film is just so hilarious from beginning to end. The action sequences are fantastic. It may not have the most deep and emotional story, but it's film that I can easily, I just want to have a fun time, I want to smile, I want to have a blast. I'll just put this on and I will be in a great mood. It's a movie that really does love it. And it still does make you feel care of Harley Quinn. It does make you feel emotionally attached to her as a character. Again, it's a film that does know what trans goes for, and it sees some flying colors. Again, I was never excited for Birds of Prey, and it wasn't even my number one DCU until I thought about it more and more and more and more and more and more. And I now decided that Birds of Prey is my number one favorite film in the DC Extended Universe. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed me discussing my thoughts on every DC movie while also being covered up Lincoln, but again, it's kind of lonely area, so. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll probably on the next couple of videos, which again with my Pixar ranking, my third movie catch up. But if you'll let me know down in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on the DCU? How are you doing online movies? How would you feel about them? Do you like some of them? Do you like something? I would love to know. Then come to let's have a nice live discussion down below. But again, this one also I'll be having another movie catch-up video, which catch up on all the movies I've seen, and then I'll also be doing a Pixar ranking as well. Sorry. And I'll also be doing a Pixar ranking as well, so be able to that come soon as well. As always, thank you so much for watching. I truly honestly appreciate it. If you haven't, be sure to like this video, be sure to share and subscribe, be sure to follow all my social media sites, all in the description down below. I'm saying one more from saying World Reviews. I will see you soon as always. Stay cool, everybody. Peace.